I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another Patreon request, this time for Anthony. If anyone's ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, you do so either by joining my Patreon or sending a request directly via my PayPal. It'll be in the links down below. If not, no worries. But if so, thank you. Now, he wanted me to review this pilot on YouTube called A Fox in Space. And when I saw what it was, I'm like, oh, okay, I've seen this before. I don't know how good this review will be because it's only 13 minutes long. So it's like, okay, how do I review something that's only... my reviews don't be literally longer than the... usually my reviews are longer than this. I will say that it's well done. It is a fan-made... this guy did a lot of it by himself. This guy named Matthew Gafford. He wrote, he edited, he directed it. And it's a take off of Star Fox. Now, I remember playing Star Fox on Super Nintendo back in the day. I remember really enjoying it. But I don't know anything about the history. I don't know anything about the story. I never played the other Star Fox games. Is there cartoons or animated films? Probably not, but I mean, there could be with the type of characters you have and the fact that they're space pilots. So I'm very different. So if this has a lot of stuff that pertains to the mythology or the lore of Star Fox, it's going to go over my bald head. But as a 13-minute animated pilot, I would love to see more. Sally, it's been years. He hasn't done an episode 2. I guess he's working on it. Maybe it's a one-man show. But I thought it was well done in the fact of the animation I liked. The animation reminded me of an 80s heavy metal. Not in terms of sex and blood and titties, but just it's rough, but it's rough in the right way. Again, that heavy metal 80s style. That's what it reminded me of. Like, in a weird way, this little bit of roughness in animation seemed a little bit appealing. Maybe because nowadays everything's so polished and looking pristine, HD, DD, triple D, that... it's like the more HD they make it, the more phony it looks. But this gave a bit more appeal to it. I thought the voice work were very solid. I haven't played Star Fox in a long time, but this seems like what the voices were pertaining to each of the characters. At least the characters I remember. I thought the audio, I liked the little scratchy audio. It sounded like voices that would be at a heavy metal. I don't know if heavy metal, again, not in terms of sex and blood and violence, but in terms of the audio and visual. I don't know if that was an inspiration for this guy. I don't know. If he ever sees this, feel free to let me know. But I did enjoy it. Believe me, if you don't, no one knows who I am. I'm very honest and blunt for many people to a bad point, but this was rather good. Again, the animation, I like the music throughout it. The voices, the audio quality has that 80s scratchy vibe in a good way. I thought the way it opened, where it gave a backstory, where there's the opposition and some shoots the others and their planes, their spaceships, and there's like freeze frames when someone's shot down, which I think that's reminiscent to the game, and there's some sound effects I remember from the game being put in there. It's not really much of a story, though. It's pretty much Fox McCloud, after this little opening showcase that they were fighting these other characters and vice versa. Fox McCloud is somewhere by himself at a little memorial that he goes like every year or so. These guys catch him. They're taken from point A to point B. And that's pretty much it. But I could definitely see there was passion behind this. I thought the writing was rather well done. The bad guys were not just typical one-dimensional bad guys, but they didn't really seem like bad guys. They seemed more as if they were, hey, we gotta do this thing. I mean, you know, you just play along. We gotta do this thing. There's a couple moments of dialogue that made me chuckle. Like, we took your shoes. Like, why'd you take my shoes? What, you think I'm gonna hang myself? And then they're quiet. Wait, should I hang myself? Where are you taking me? Always getting pissed where people keep calling him Star Fox. Hey, Star Fox. It's like, my name's not Star Fox. That's my team name. Okay, my name's Fox McCloud. My name's not Star Fox. Stop calling me Star Fox. I thought it had some dry, sarcastic humor. It has sort of a film noir feel. Like it's going to be a detective story. There were moments I didn't understand. I did, maybe because I don't know shit about Star Fox other than I played the Super Nintendo game and I liked it. Why do one of the characters want him to take down his pants? Because he's like, do you have robot legs? No, I don't. Are you serious? Hey, I've heard. So he takes down his pants. Was that a thing in the game that someone thought Fox McCloud had robot legs? I don't know. Someone can feel free to explain to me. When that happened for a split second, and this is when I first saw it. I mean, watch it again, I knew. But when I first saw it, I'm like, is this going to be like a porn thing? Like, is this like, what the fuck they call it? Rule 30, 35, 30, 34? What the fuck is it called? Some rule. I mean, is this thing? Is this like, what? Day, yif, what the fuck? Yif porn? Is that what it is? I've heard stories. It's the internet, hear stories. No, it wasn't that though. I thought it was going that way when I first saw it back in the day. I'm like, not that that's a bad thing if you're into that. Teach their own, different strokes. I shouldn't put it that way. Hey, or maybe. Hey, if you're into that, that's cool. I won't judge. I'm not saying that to be PC. I better not say it to not offend anybody. No, I mean that because I say it. I said it because I mean it. If anyone is my subscriber, or you come on and you're into that stuff, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not. You do feel free to comment, say whatever, do whatever. You're into fursuits, you're into whatever. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to make fun of you. In fact, I'm glad to have you as a subscriber, if you are. If not, no worries. I really do mean that. I'm not going to fucking... No, I'm a dickhead, but I'm not a big dickhead. Although I do have my moments. But anyway, getting back to this at hand. Yeah, I thought it was rather well done. I like the animation. I like the voice work. I like the scratchy audio, the music. I thought I didn't the use of freeze frames in the opening. It looked like something that would come from the 80s in a good way, or something that would be liquid television. This seems like something that a pilot that would be on liquid television. And for those who don't know, liquid television was a thing on MTV where they'd have this anime stuff, and I wish they would release a whole set of liquid television. I wish they would, of all the liquid television stuff. That would be so cool. But sadly, that's not the case. But, like, I wish there was a DVD set that had all the liquid television stuff, all the crazy MTV bumpers and commercials. That's when MTV was worth a shit. They had creativity. You had these weird commercials, bumpers with animation, weird cartoons. I mean, that's liquid television. That's how Beavis Butthead got started. I believe. I could be wrong on that. But this would fit well in that. Granted, maybe it's not as weird, crazy, but I just see if it was in there, it would not be out of place, and I mean that in a good way. So, if Matthew Gafford every season, probably not, because I'm not really anybody. Just being honest. Good job, man. Good luck on episode 2 if you ever do it, or I would like to see more. I just see this guy has some passion to it. So I rather liked it. I don't know if the guy would ever do action scenes, or maybe he's just more interested in dialogue. But I don't know, maybe that'd be too much for a one-man operation. Fuck Thundercats Roar and fuck Rise of the TMNT. Give this guy the money and do a Star Fox show. And then with money, maybe he could do action scenes as well as this. And the action scenes could be in this style, like heavy metal. You could even do R-rated Star Fox, you know. I don't know, maybe you wouldn't want to do that. I don't know. Spitballing, but yeah, really, I liked it. I liked it when I first saw it. I'm like, Fox in space, oh, that's what it is. Okay. Enough of my rambling. Yeah, this video's going to be as long as the episode. But yeah. Thanks once again. Take care. Just type in a Fox in Space pilot in the search engine. You'll find it. Good job, Matthew Gafford, and thank you for the request, Anthony. See you guys later. Bye-bye.